Master of Sass, taken. Irene was impatient, even as she dreaded that fateful day. She couldn't sit still and flitted around the bounty doing chores. Zane could sense her nervous energy. Please relax, sister. This won't make time pass any faster, he said.
I can't just sit around doing nothing. I'd rather be busy, she replied.
As she was doing the laundry, Lloyd came up to her. You need something to do? He asked.
I need to do something,
Irene replied, folding one of Kai's shirts. You can do laundry later. Come hang out with me for a little while, Lloyd pleaded, giving her the most innocent look. Please.
Oh, fine,
Irene said, giving in.
What do you want to do?
Lloyd grinned. Want to go flying on our elemental dragons? He asked.
Yeah, let's go,
Irene cried happily, racing past him to the deck. Wait for me, Lloyd shouted, running after her. Irene summoned her indigo illusion dragon and took off. Lloyd summoned his green energy dragon and followed. Race you, he called.
Catch me if you can, Green Bean,
Irene whooped, plummeting towards the ground before pulling up again. Oh, you're on, Lloyd shouted, flying after her. Irene dove down and started weaving through the trees, Lloyd close behind. He pulled up alongside her.
Nice flying, little brother,
Irene called. He opened his mouth to respond, but a tree branch hit him in the face. Irene couldn't help but laugh as she circled back to check on him. I'm all right, he groaned, rubbing the sore spot on his face. They kept going, laughing and cheering each other on. Irene managed to get ahead of Lloyd. She turned back to look at him as a blur of light slammed into her, knocking her off her dragon. Irene, are you okay? Lloyd called, turning around and flying down to her.
What hit me? She wondered, rubbing her head.
Looked like a person-shaped light, he said, like one of Selwyn's messengers. Not like one of my messengers, said Selwyn as he walked out from behind a tree. It is one of mine.
What are you doing here, Selwyn?
Irene asked, standing up. More messengers started to surround them. That's Selwyn? Lloyd whispered.
Yeah,
Irene replied. I'm here for you, Selwyn told Irene.
It's not for another 2 days. What do you really want? She demanded.
I just want to make sure you make the right choice, Selwyn said softly, holding his hand out to her. Lloyd stepped in front of Irene protectively. Leave her alone. It's up to her whether she joins you or not. She still has 2 days. Go away, he said. There must be control. There must be order, Selwyn insisted. His messengers came closer. I suspect those things do more than deliver messages, Lloyd muttered. One of them reached out towards Irene, and she swatted at it.
Don't touch me, she warned.
Please, Irene, the balance is at stake, Selwyn said.
You can't make the choice for me. You said it yourself. You're not supposed to influence my choice, Irene told him. You're breaking the rules.
I made the rules. They need not apply to me, Selwyn replied. You will come with me. I will show you what I have to offer if you choose my side.
No! Irene shouted. Get out of here!
Selwyn shrugged. I suppose we must do this the hard way, he said, nodding to his ethereal-looking servants. They swarmed Irene. Get away from her, Lloyd shouted, trying to get the messengers off her. Selwyn grabbed him and threw him against a tree. The last thing Lloyd heard was Irene calling his name. The others were startled by Lloyd running inside, panicked, repeating, He took her! He took Irene! Whoa, slow down. What happened? Where's Irene? Cole asked. Selwyn appeared in the woods with some of his messengers. He wanted to ensure that Irene made the right choice, and he took her, Lloyd gasped. But there's still 2 days, Nia said. That's what Irene said. He didn't care. He was too focused on convincing Irene to choose his side, Lloyd replied. We gotta find her and make sure she's okay, Jay said. Irene opened her eyes. She was in a small, bare room. Her left wrist had been chained to the wall. She attempted to create an illusion of a lockpick, but her powers didn't respond. That's Vengestone. You won't be getting out of that without the key, Selwyn said as he entered the room.
Why are you doing this? Irene asked, tugging at the Vengestone cuff.
I told you, I want you to make the right choice, he said.
And what do you think the right choice is? She asked.
Order. Control. Or else everything will be destroyed. It's the only way, someone said.
Irene gaped at him. You don't care what choice I want to make. You just want control, she realized.
If I cannot control the element myself, I will control the one who can, he said, leaning in with a little smile.
You can't control me, she hissed, kicking at him.
He stepped back. You're very wild and disobedient. We'll have to change that, he said. I will bring you food later. For now, sit here and think about the right choice. With that, he left the room, leaving Irene alone. She curled up against the wall, wishing she was with her friends. The ninja headed back to the spot where Lloyd had last seen Irene. I don't see anything here, Kai said.
Me neither. What are we looking for? Jay asked.
Any clues as to where Selwyn might have taken her? Zane replied, scanning the area.
Can we try pinging her phone? Nia suggested.
No, she didn't bring it, Lloyd replied. Zane knelt beside an imprint in the dirt. There's a print. It's not Irene's, he said. Whose is it then? Cole asked. I deduced that it must be Selwyn's footprint, Zane replied. He pointed. There's more prints leading that way. Let's go, Lloyd said, and they followed the tracks. Selwyn opened the door to the room, holding a plate. Are you hungry? He asked.
Like you care, Irene muttered.
He set the plate down in front of her. You're angry.
Of course I'm angry! You kidnapped me and now you're holding me prisoner, Irene burst out. Now let me go!
Selwyn shook his head. You are my guest here, not my prisoner. Irene raised an eyebrow.
If I'm not your prisoner, why am I chained to the wall? She asked.
Selwyn rolled his eyes and pulled a key out of his pocket, unlocking the cuff around her wrist. She stood up and punched him in the face. Ow! What was that for? Selwyn asked, rubbing his jaw.
That's for kidnapping me, you stupid jerk, she replied. Now I'm leaving.
She started for the door, but Selwyn stopped her. You can't leave. Not until the prophecy's fulfilled.
The prophecy will be fulfilled anyway. I don't have to be here until then,
Irene told him. Nevertheless, I will not let you leave, Selwyn said.
Irene narrowed her eyes. I ain't asking for your permission, she said, clenching her fists.
I would hate for anything to happen to those close to you, Selwyn said in a low tone. Such as those 3 little red-headed boys. Irene stepped back in shock.
If you go near my family...
Don't worry, they're fine. As long as you cooperate, Selwyn assured. Now, stay here until the time comes. Your dinner is getting cold. He gestured to the plate still on the floor, then left the room, locking the door behind him.
Missing again. We gotta go search for her and bring her back home again. I really hope that this doesn't become a habit,
Jay groaned as they trudged through the woods. Where could she be? Cole wondered. The tracks stop here, Zane said, pointing to the ground. Where did Selwyn go from here? Kai said. Zane scanned the area. There are more tracks leading that way, he reported, pointing. The ninja continued following the tracks. Selwyn walked into the room. Your friends are looking for you, he said.
You probably left a trail, Irene remarked. I would never leave a trail if I didn't want to be found.
You left a trail for them to follow, didn't you? You left them a trail to follow, didn't you? Selwyn accused.
How could I? I was unconscious for most of the trip, Irene pointed out.
It was probably your own incompetence. You had better not contact your friends. They'll show up and ruin things, Selwyn warned.
How can I possibly contact them? I don't have a phone with me and my powers aren't working. You line the walls with ventstone or something? She demanded.
Yes, in case you got out of your chains, Selwyn replied.
That's it, I'm leaving right now,
Irene said, going for the door. She dodged Selwyn's arms and ran out into the hall. Selwyn managed to grab the end of her braid and yanked, jerking her head back and bringing her down to the floor.
Ow!
She twisted her body around and kicked at his ankles as she pulled her hair from his grip. She summoned a force field between her and Selwyn, giving her the space to get to her feet. She ran, dropping the force field to save her energy for escaping. She had to get out of there. Selwyn caught up and tackled Irene to the floor. "Behave yourself, or else," he hissed.
"Why are you going to all this trouble?"
Irene asked, struggling in his grip. "The first Spinjitzu master trusted me to choose the master of chaos, so I selected one I thought I could manipulate. But Ender got in the way. I'll have to deal with him when all this is over," Selwyn whispered. He dragged her back to her cell and tossed her in. The ninja had hit a dead end. There was no way to track where Irene had been taken. They were forced to head back to the bounty.
"I guess if we don't find her, she'll turn up the day after tomorrow anyway,"
Jay said with a humorless chuckle. "Don't even joke. She's gonna be okay," Cole said. "Right?" "Irene's tough and smart. She's probably figuring out an escape plan right now," Kai said. Irene had been chained to the wall again. She was curled up on the floor, trying not to cry.
"I miss Lloyd, and Cole, and Nia, and I miss Kai, and Zane, and Jay, and Sensei Wu, and my parents, and my siblings, and my aunts and uncles, and my cousins. I miss them all."
She eventually dozed off, dreaming about being back home. Irene was awakened by Selwyn walking into the cell. He was holding a bundle of white cloth. "Tomorrow's the day, and you'll be wearing this," he said, unfolding the cloth. It was a white dress. Irene had seen that dress before, when she'd seen her reflection in the ice maze in the first Spinjitzu master's tomb.
"Do I really have to wear that?" she asked.
"Do you want your loved ones to be fine?" Selwyn asked, taking the key out and unlocking her chains. He then handed her the dress. "You don't have to put it on yet, but you will wear it to the cave tomorrow, when the sun and the moon are in the sky," he said. Selwyn left, and Irene just stood there trembling. Ender knew that Selwyn had broken the rules, and because Selwyn had broken the rules, Irene was in trouble. He had to go see Selwyn. He headed off to the house that he knew Selwyn was hiding in. He barged in, not bothering to knock. "Sel, what did you do?" he demanded, grabbing him by the collar. "I have no idea what you're talking about," Selwyn replied. "Don't lie. I know you did something to Irene. I sensed it. What have you done?" Ender demanded. Selwyn pried Ender's hands off his collar. "Don't worry. She's safe. She'll be ready tomorrow and you'll see her at the cave," he said. "When you say she's safe, do you mean that she's with her friends or do you have her hidden away somewhere?" Ender asked. "I told you, she's safe. Stop worrying," Selwyn insisted. "Does she feel safe? You say she's safe, but does she think she's safe?" Ender said. "Because I sense her fear. She's afraid of you. What have you done?" Selwyn turned cold. "She's safe, and you will see her tomorrow when the sun and the moon are in the sky. Now get out. I don't want to see you until it's time." Ender knew that pressing further would result in Selwyn becoming violent, and that wouldn't help. He left quickly, trying to decide his next move. He shook his head. Selwyn has broken the rules. He is holding Irene prisoner in order to force her choice. "I can't play by the rules anymore," he mused. He made up his mind. "I'll go pay a visit to our friends. The ninja will assist me." He summoned one of his shadow beasts for a ride. "Take me to the Destiny's bounty," he ordered. The shadow took off running. As soon as Ender arrived on the deck, he shouted, "Ninja, I need your help. Where are you?" Jay and Lloyd came up on the deck. "Ender, what are you doing here?" Lloyd asked. "I presume you already know that Selwyn has taken Irene," Ender said. "Yeah, I saw him take her myself. We've tried to track them, but it led to a dead end," Lloyd said. Jay gasped. "Did you find out where they were hiding? You know where Irene is?" he asked. "I know where Selwyn is hiding. I don't know if he has Irene in the same location," Ender replied. "You might want to gather your team together for this." Once everyone had gathered together, Kai said, "So why are you here, Ender?" It's a little too late to find her, and I don't know where Selwyn's keeping her. But I can tell you where the cave is," Ender said. "Unless Irene already told you." No, she must have forgotten to say where it was and we forgot to ask, Nia said. Cole passed under a piece of paper and a pencil, and he started sketching out a map. The three of us will be here when the sun and the moon are both invisible in the sky. You can get your friend back then, he said. Why not before? Zane asked. Because I don't know for sure where Irene is, and Selwyn is especially dangerous when he's angry. As powerful as you all are, he's still stronger. As you recall, she has to go through with it, Ender explained. But if you know where to find her at that time, you'll be able to get her back as soon as possible. Do you know if she's okay at least? Nia asked. She's scared, but she's unharmed. That's all I know, Ender said. I have to leave, but I'll see you tomorrow. With that, he left. Don't you think Irene would have gotten away by now if she could have? Jay asked. There are only 3 possible explanations why she hasn't escaped, Zane said. Selwyn has made sure to eliminate all escape routes. He threatened her, or she actually wants to stay there. I really hope it's not that last one, Jay said.